When you or your agent submit you for a role on Spotlight, this is exactly what a casting director sees, and it's probably not what you're thinking. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for pressing play. My name is Ross. If you're seeing me for the first time, very quick credibility check. If you are seeing me for the first time, I have been an actor now for over 20 years. I've booked work on over 40 UK TV shows, and I now run the UK's leading membership site for TV actors who basically want to land more auditions, more roles on TV, earn more money from their career. It's called Act On This, the TV Actors Network, and you can find it at actonthis.tv. I'll leave a link in the description. Don't go there now because I've got something very special to share with you. Okay, lots of you watching will be registered on Spotlight. It's the UK's leading casting platform. If you're not on it, it's where you aspire to be. It's a bit of a rite of passage in this industry. It's where everybody who's working professionally will end up in order to be submitted for roles, you know, with casting directors and ultimately to get auditions. Now, you might be self-reps on there and you're submitting yourself for auditions, or you might be represented by an agent and they're submitting you all day, every day for auditions. And past that point, you probably don't know what happens at the casting director's end. You won't be privy to what they see, how they see it, how they filter those suggestions, and ultimately how they choose who to bring in the room for an audition or who to give a self-tape to. I'm going to pull the curtain back literally right now. I'm going to put you out your misery. I'm going to share my iPad with you right now. I'm just going to make sure I am recording. Start recording. Hopefully this is going to work. It's giving me a countdown. 3, 2, 1. You think I'd be used to this, wouldn't you? I do these videos all the time. Right. You should have my iPad on your screen right now. And this might be the first time you are seeing what casting directors see when they're filtering their suggestions, the submissions they've got through. So I've blurred loads of stuff on it. Obviously, I've got to, for confidentiality, GDPR, all that sort of stuff. I can't, let like confidential information out. So I'll try and go through the bits that are blurred anyway. The bit at the top here that's very blurred, above where it says print suggestions, is the name of the project. So the casting director would have the name of the project at the very top there. And then underneath that, you can see they've got lots of ways to search for performers, lots of ways to filter these suggestions. Don't freak out because it says they're sort by surname A to Z, and you've got a name that begins with Z, a surname that begins with Z, and you're like, I'm going to be the last one that's ever seen. Casting directors can filter by so many different options, not just A to Z. They might want to filter via location, age, hair color, eye color, any keyword at all that is actually in your Spotlight profile, literally in your About Me section. If you have a keyword, they can filter via keywords. So there's lots of ways to be discovered. Now, if we scroll down here, first of all, I'm gonna zoom in on this. Look how many suggestions there were for this role. 704 suggestions for a role that was, admittedly, if you look here, a series regular in a really decent show for 4 episodes. So this character appears in episodes 2 to 6. So 4 episodes, series reg. There's going to be a lot of competition for it. I'm sure a lot of agents are submitting. If this brief went out to actors as well, they'll be self-submitting. I don't know who this went out to, but casting directors are generally very generous. They will put this brief out far and wide to, find the talent they need to find. But 60 pages, folks. 12 pages, sorry, of 60 actors on each page, 704 results. So there's the pages over there, 12 pages. And if I just zoom out here, you can see the next sort of thing that strikes you, these rows of headshots, 6 headshots per row, and look how small these headshots are. When you're looking at your profile on Spotlight, that headshot in the top left-hand corner is pretty big, isn't it? And then you can click on it and make it even bigger. These are tiny. On my iPad, these honestly are the size of a stamp. So there's something you should do straight away. Get your headshot now, shrink it down to the size of a stamp, and see, would it sort of pop out? Would it really stand out amongst a crowd of faces for the right reasons? So you can see a lot of these headshots here, they're quite close up, which I think is good, because then even when it's small, we get to see your features, see your face, we can still see your eyes. There's a headshot here I'll just zoom in on that looks much more like a body shot. Now, normally, I would say that's probably a bad idea when your headshot is so small, because we can't see your face, we can't see your features, we can't see your eyes. But there could be a reason why this shot was submitted, and I'll talk to you about that in a second, because you'll see something else in a minute that might give you a clue on that. If I have a look under the headshots, you'll see the actor's name, and their agent. I mean, that's kind of good. Obviously, it's on display. If a casting director knows you as an actor, that could work in your favor. If they know your agent, that could work in your favor. But I still think the headshot here is doing the heavy lifting. If we just scroll over here, you can see there's a section as well where you or your agent can write a few words to bolster your submission. So this goes back to what I was saying about that headshot. If you have a look here, there's quite a few of these little kind of extra info sections that say like 6'1", 6 foot, well built. This brief was clearly for someone with stature, someone who was massive, which would tie into the fact that maybe this is why this headshot was submitted of this person, where it was much more of a body shot, so you could see that they were well built. I'm sure you could maybe see like how tall they are even in that shot there. So that might justify why that was used. Underneath that, you can see we've got like an add notes box that a casting director can use to add notes as well. And then just above that, we've got the show reel and voice reel icons as well. So if a casting director really likes the look of you as they're skimming, they can click on your show reel, they can listen to your voice reel if your headshot piques their interest enough. All for this decision here. It sounds so brutal, doesn't it? But it's a yes, a maybe, or a no. So casting directors are literally scrolling up and down these pages, 60 actors on each page, hitting yes, no, maybe, yes, no, maybe. Does this actor fit into the world of this show? Do they fit the look of this character that either a casting director has in their head, a writer has in their head, a director, a producer has in their head? It can be really, really brutal, but that's, what I wanted to show you in this, how important your headshot is, okay? And also what I would say here, it's so important which headshot you submit per submission, because this is something that you might not know. And it's great, actually. This isn't happening, to you. Oh, I'm just in this massive sea of faces. This is really happening for you, because you get to choose the headshot that shows up in these rows. It's not always going to default to your main headshot on Spotlight if you choose, or your agent chooses, the headshot to go along with your submission. So maybe your main headshot is you, maybe not smiley, for example, looking quite straight, and your agent wants to submit you for a comedy, and you've got a nice smiley, slightly zanier, wackier headshot. Your agent or you can choose to submit that smilier, wackier, zanier headshot for the comedy without changing your main headshot. So you are in control of this, of what you actually get put forward for there. So I think, that's really kind of the basis of this video. It's just to show you how quickly and how efficiently casting directors are working, and just really how important your headshot is. Because I think so many actors think, they put their reel before their headshot, they put even like their agent pursuit before their headshot, etc., etc. You can be with the best agent in the world. If your headshot that's being submitted here isn't right for the role, you're not going to get brought in for it. So I hope that's useful. There's two things to think about here as well. One, if you are getting seen, then massive congrats to you, because you can see, just how many submissions casting directors are getting on average. And if you are one of those 10 to tape, or however many it is that's invited into the room, please have confidence in yourself that you've already jumped through so many hoops to get in the room. You deserve to be there. They clearly think that you fit that world. And if you're not getting auditions right now, again, don't want to sound brutal, but your submission is not surviving this screen. So you can be getting submitted loads, your agent submitting you loads, and you're not getting called in. Your submission is just not surviving this screen. But again, you are in control. Have a look at your headshots. Are you leaning into your casting type? Are you being submitted for the work that you want to do that suits your casting type? Because when all that aligns, these no's and these maybes start turning in to yeses. So go and have a look at your headshots now. Shrink them down, put them in a line, put them among some other random pictures. Do they stand out for all the right reasons? Petch behind the camera, have I missed anything out? Anything that you would want to tell people about this?
I want to know why I wasn't subbed.
Yeah, Petch wants to know why you wasn't subbed, because you're not over 6 foot, Petch. So it's clearly very heightist, this brief. But no, we covered everything.
Yes.
Right, I think we covered everything there. Just a quick video, folks. Honestly, again, just to hammer home how important your headshots are. Don't scrimp on them. Don't cut corners. Don't get a mate to take them. And go into your next headshot shoot knowing your casting type, knowing the kind of roles you're going to get put forward for. Because as I say, when those things align, you can't help but land more auditions. Let me know. Were you surprised by this? Let me know how many auditions you've had, like in the last few weeks, as you've been, like recently. Let me know how many auditions you've had. Let me know how many times you've maybe self-submitted and not landed auditions. Just any info on where you think you stand currently with your headshots. Get it in the comments below. Please do like this video, subscribe, share it with another actor, and do get yourself over, like I said, to actonthis.tv. This is the sort of stuff we cover every single week in the membership. Not just with me, we literally bring on Spotlight themselves, their success team, the biggest casting directors in the game who cast the biggest TV shows, agents, actors, writers, directors, producers, diving into this, the business of the business, every single week. So actonthis.tv, check it out. Would love you in the membership. If I can do anything else for you, hit us up in the comments. Until next time, thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you should watch this one next. And if you want even more amazing videos on how to become a successful actor in the UK TV industry, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a thing.